Welcome, folks. I'm Jaby Koay, joined by ACHARA KIRK.
What's up?
We're looking at Shang-Chi pitch meeting from Screen Rant. Thank you, Screen Rant, for allowing us to react to this. Very much appreciated. These videos are conducted by Ryan George. We have an interview with him on this channel. If you guys would like to see it, we'd love for you to see it. It's one of my favorite interviews that I've ever done. Just for full disclosure, we really like this film. I saw it twice. ACHARA saw it 3 times. And if y'all haven't already, please subscribe, hit that bell icon, all notifications, and vote this video up. By the way, Simu Liu really liked this pitch meeting apparently. So
oh, really?
He's a big fan of pitch meetings. I sent you the Instagram message
well,
about
no,
that.
I saw you sent me the Instagram thing, but I thought he just liked pitch meetings in general.
Yeah, and
but
he knew this was coming.
He knew this was coming.
He knew this was coming,
and
then
he's seen it.
He saw it and he loved it.
Oh my god.
So I'm
Okay.
very excited to watch it.
So, you have a new Marvel movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. And I figure this could be our first foray into the world of martial arts, you know, other than that Iron Fist show we did. That never happened. No, it did. I remember with that guy from Game of Thrones? No, we never did that. So what's the movie? Well, sir, I figure we could do a movie about Shang-Chi and the legend of the 10 bracelets. Isn't it 10 rings? Yeah, but I thought it could look cool if they were worn around the wrists, you know, and I think at a certain point a ring becomes a bracelet, scientifically speaking. No, I think at a certain point a bracelet becomes a ring, but then if a ring expands, it's always a ring. That sounds like it makes sense. Okay, 10 rings it is. Amazing. So what happens in the movie? Well, we're gonna meet Shang-Chi, right? But he calls himself Sean, and he lives in San Francisco. Okay. And he's friends with this girl named Katie, and they work as valets together. How do we know they're best friends? Because one of her first lines is, "We've been friends for 10 years."
That was the moment where I was like, oh, we're gonna get some expository dialogue in this movie. It's like exposition here, exposition there. By the way, we've been doing this for 10 years. By the way, he's your dad. It's just a lot of exposition, but
right.
You kind of need it.
Yeah, there's a lot of info to get caught up.
There could have been a more nuanced way to do it, but maybe it would have brought the film's runtime to 2 hours and something longer.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, best friends love stating how long you've been best friends with them. Yeah, they do.
There's some truth to
They're
that.
in love, I imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, one's a boy and one's a girl. No, they're just friends. Okay, so anyway, one day they're taking the bus together and Shang-Chi gets attacked by a bunch of assassins. Oh no. Yeah, so he's gonna suddenly reveal that he's like an insanely good martial artist and he's gonna have this incredible fight scene with them on this bus. Yeah, he's fighting some bad guys on a bus. Yeah, they're like doing martial arts and he's using the environment, you know, he uses his jacket at a certain point. Oh, a relatively grounded, well-choreographed fight scene? That's actually refreshing. And the bus's brakes get cut and Katie has to drive the bus and Shang-Chi dives and the bus gets cut in half. Oh, there's the Marvel over-the-topness. Okay, gotcha. So Katie's like, hey, what's up with you secretly being a martial arts master? And he's like, yeah, I'm secretly a martial arts master, and I gotta go see my sister now. Oh, he does? Yeah, see, he got this postcard that he thinks is from her, so he needs to fly to China because he thinks she's in danger, too. Gotcha. So he's like, bye, Katie, I gotta go. And Katie's like, no, I'm coming with you. Oh, best friends love coming on dangerous adventures with you off of little to no information. Yeah,
Yes.
they do. So wait, why is Katie going? So we can have some comic relief around that people can explain things to. Oh, very helpful. Yeah. And so what happens when they get there? Well, we're gonna meet Shang-Chi's sister, Xialing. And what's her deal? Well, after their mom died, their father, Wenwu, put Shang-Chi through torturous, brutal training for years, right? That's terrible. Yeah, but she wasn't allowed to train with the men, so, you know, it was pretty unfair to her. Yeah, I mean, what a jerk of a father. How come she doesn't get the brutal torture? Oh, wait, I don't know how I feel about this morally. Since she couldn't train with them, she watched them and taught herself how to be even better than them. But how could she learn like the grabbing moves and stuff? Wouldn't she need people to practice with? No, not even.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So anyway, it turns out that Shang-Chi receiving a postcard was actually a setup by his father, and he has them both captured. Oh no. Yeah, so they head to his place because he wanted to basically reunite the family, and he thinks he knows how to bring their mom back from the dead using these pendants and a map and stuff. So why did he send assassins after them? Oh, well, he says he knew they wouldn't be able to kill his children, so then why try? So we can have some fight scenes in the movie. That's a good point. So what's this guy's deal anyway? Well, he's 4,000 years old. Oh my god. Yeah, and he has these 10 rings, and he leads a group called the 10 Rings.
I thought he's 1,000 years old.
Well, either way, I did not think about the fact that he was sending people to murder his son, basically. Didn't even cross my mind for some odd reason.
I think in like the second viewing, it crossed my mind for a split second. I was like, wait, hold up. His dad is sending people to kill him? But then again, it's like,
not necessarily.
It
wasn't necessarily that they're trying to kill him. They were trying to get the pendants.
No, they're trying to get the pendants. And then he said, I told them that they wouldn't be able to kill you even if they tried.
Right. I think it was just a weird line. Maybe they're just supposed to bring him in, like bring him in alive if you can, but the pendants, that's really the thing that we need.
Right, yeah.
So, I mean, his whole thing was leading Simu or Shang-Chi to his sister. So I think that he wanted to bring them in.
What do these rings do exactly? Oh, all kinds of stuff, sir. They make you immortal, also other things involving energy or something. That's pretty vague, man. Yeah, this way they can do whatever I want them to do from scene to scene. Smart. And so he's actually the real Mandarin, and that Trevor Slattery guy from Iron Man 3, that was his doing. Oh man, I love that we can retroactively make our unpopular decisions seem calculated and deliberate and important. It is pretty sweet that we can do that, sir. And so what are we saying the 10 Rings organization does exactly? Oh, they've been doing stuff for thousands of years, so immense you can't possibly fathom it, but also vague enough that you probably wouldn't have heard of it. Gotcha. God, how many underground organizations that secretly control everything are there in the MCU at this point? Thousands.
A lot.
Yeah, maybe we should find a new thing. No. Okay. Anyway, so Wenwu explains that he's been getting these messages from their mother from the grave, and Shang-Chi's like, Dad, she's gone. You sound crazy. He doesn't believe that his father may have stumbled upon something crazy like that. No, sir. He's like, there's no way. You sound insane, Papa. He doesn't think that his 4,000-year-old immortal father could have possibly stumbled upon something in this vein. Doesn't even entertain the idea, and he's right. Oh, okay, great. So anyway, all the good characters get put in a cell because they don't want to cooperate. Oh man, it's gonna be hard to get out of there. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
That's so what my brother called was gonna be the super easy, barely an inconvenience. However, going back to the thing he just said a moment ago about he didn't even for a moment believe his dad. I actually believed Tony Leung. Like, I believed him for a moment going, well, I mean, this is a magical world.
I know.
Why wouldn't it be real? And for Shang-Chi not to believe him even a little bit, I agree with Ryan George here. It's like, you should agree with him. Like, at least be suspicious of it. The sister straight up goes, I've seen crazier things. You know, like, it's entirely possible. What if?
Oh, really? Yeah, see, Xiaoling had already escaped from there, and they're left unguarded, and Trevor Slattery is down there, and he can help them escape. Oh, wow, that is convenient. It is. And Trevor has this little furry mythical creature friend that makes little squeaking noises that only he can understand. How? Unclear. Yeah. Okay, that's kind of weird, but I guess it could be fun if it's just a couple of, you know, playful, semi-understanding back and forth. The creature's gonna give precise driving directions that are crucial to the plot. Oh, it is. Okay. You see, they need to go to this place called Talo, where their mom is from, but they need to drive through a mythical forest to get there.
You know, the whole thing with the creature and Trevor, that's very much in vein with Joseph Campbell. Just coming across that character who like helps you on your path to the thing you need to do.
I've never read that. Is that kind of like a sage crazy person?
Joseph Campbell?
No, the character, because like that's an archetype.
It's an archetype character. I forgot what that's called. I watched THX 1138 with the commentary, and George Lucas talked about that. How you generally will come across that character, that mythological character, who sort of guides you on your path.
Right.
You know, because like when you're sort of lost, you come across that person who helps you on your way.
Yeah.
That's what Trevor was.
Sounds like the Hermit to me.
Sure. Yeah. Whatever. I mean. But
super wise, very crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
And with regards to him talking to the creature, that didn't bother me. I mean, I just assume that when you're in the dungeon with this one creature for a long time, you're gonna figure it out.
You're gonna learn how to talk to it. Yeah.
In a beautiful BMW. Okay, seems like you're probably getting a lot of money to specify that. So they get to this place and they find out that Wenwu's plan is actually really, really bad. Oh, it is? You see, this big friggin' soul-sucking demon called Dweller in Darkness is pretending to be their mom to trick Wenwu into releasing him. Oh, soul-sucking demons are tight. What? No, they're not. You're right. I don't know what possessed me to say that. Anyway, so then Katie's gonna do a couple of hours of archery. Oh, that's nice. Just for fun or for the story? It's so she can have something to do in the third act. Okay, gotcha. gotcha. Yeah, everything's been pretty much explained now, so at this point in a story, this kind of character either dies or picks up a new skill for the third act. That makes sense. So then there's gonna be this big fight between the people of Ta Lo and the 10 Rings, with color-coordinated weaponry. Of course, blue versus red. Fantastic. And meanwhile, Wenwu's gonna start punching this wall to try to release his dead wife, but he's actually releasing these tiny little soul-sucking demons. Oh no. Yeah, so then all the human characters need to join forces and fight. An army of soulless CGI enemies that the characters can violently kill without the audience feeling weird about it. Exactly. Wow, 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 wow. And then Shang-Chi has to fight his father. Oh wow, a grounded fight with very personal stakes. That's actually a nice change of... And they shoot colored energy blasts at each other, and a giant demon pops out, and a giant dragon pops out and fights it too. Oh, there's the Marvel over-the-topness. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, and so Wenwu dies, and then the next 10 minutes are gonna be just whatever the computer is able to render. Oh, they can render a whole visual mess of craziness. Can it be super colorful, but also somehow entirely gray? You know it. Amazing. So then Shang-Chi manages to kill the demon with the 10 rings and save the day. So what are the 10 rings exactly? Do we find out? Oh, stay tuned. Oh? Yeah, we're gonna have a post-credit scene where it's like, oh, these are probably made out of something that's gonna be important eventually. Stay tuned. Nice. No better way to end a Marvel movie than with a commercial for future projects, and that should about do it, actually. What is that? That's just the Marvel movie checklist. There's a checklist? Of course there's a checklist, and you've done great, my friend. Big, messy CGI battle in the third act, secret evil organization, color-coded energy blasts. We got cameos from other Marvel movies. Trevor Slattery, Wong, and Abomination. Does the main character remove his shirt to reveal a six-pack at a certain point? He does, yeah, great physique. Well, fantastic. If we could just add a tease that another Marvel character is off doing something important, that'd be great too. On it.
I love that one.
Yeah.
I love that. I mean, I still really, really appreciate Shang-Chi, and with the second viewing, I liked it even more, surprisingly, because I would have thought that I'd find more issues with it and like it less, but I actually found myself appreciating it more the second time around.
Yeah.
With regards to the ending, the big Marvel ending that he was talking about here, I actually realized what ending I would have wanted out of it that they didn't do, that I still really would have liked to have seen. Because the father, this is just spoilers obviously, the father, the way he goes, it's like he exits the film right when he has a change. And that really bothered me. And I would have liked it more if the father, along with Shang-Chi, tried to lure the dragon, or the monster, the Cthulhu thing, away from the people somehow, right? Up to the top of that mountain area that they were at. Let's assume that there was a flat plain above.
Right.
And they had to fight this monster, this Cthulhu thing together. And somehow with Shang-Chi's armor, because someone was saying, well, Shang-Chi wouldn't have been strong enough or something, it would have sucked his soul. It's like, but he had that dragon armor. Well, presumably that could have helped him. Like, sure, he'd be down for a moment, but it would have kept him alive, and then his dad would have been taken. Or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because
or they could have, you know, his dad could have given him 5 of the rings.
Well,
and then
that's
they
it
could
too.
have fought together,
well,
and then his dad could have died doing something incredibly heroic.
Exactly.
And then you're like, oh no.
Yeah, I mean,
Dad.
it's like Chekhov's gun, because they set up this thing where they're sharing the rings. How dope would it have been if they shared the rings in fighting the Cthulhu? Like that, or the super soul sucker monster.
Yeah,
that
the
would have been
Dweller
amazing.
in Darkness.
It would have been amazing. I think that would have been an amazing fight. Now, going back to the actual ending that there was, when he like rips the super soul sucker apart, that was cool, and everyone seems to like it. But I still need to emphasize, I wanted him to punch that monster in the face at one point, just like a Super Saiyan punch, cow, right in the kisser.
Yeah, no, I mean, I just think I wanted more martial arts at the end. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, they gave us so much cool martial arts in the beginning, and then
watching
it just kind of turned into this CGI bonanza.
I agree with you more the first time I watched it, but the second time I watched it, I'm like, oh, there is martial arts in here. It's just infused with a bunch of visual effects and magic, but it's there. You know, it's a mix of the two styles established in the film, and that's what makes it so cool. That's what I didn't really understand the first time I watched it. It's a mix of the Crouching Tiger fight and the bus fight in terms of style. Okay. And I think that's actually really neat, along with the visual effects and whatnot. But I just feel like they had another level to go, and they just didn't, and that frustrates me. Because it's right there. It's like it's right there. Like you had all the elements, just a little further. So
yeah, I can see that.
Anyway, I thought this was great though. Like he pointed out a lot of the things that I felt were really silly and more. that I didn't even consider. I like the film a lot, and I like this pitch meeting a lot.
Yeah. No, it was really good. It was really good. I had a good laugh.
You guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell icon, all notifications, and vote this video up. Also, subscribe to Screen Rant if you could. There's a link in the description below. Just click on that and give the original an upvote and let them know Jaby sent you. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.